Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval Creed. We were requested to do a review on the new Midway camo, which is the 1991 version of the camo, and I've decided to go ahead and do that because there is actually a little bit of difference between this ship and the normal Midway, and we'll be going over that in a moment. Um, if you're not familiar with this yet, this is the camo you can earn for, well, you can actually purchase it right now for star coins or for prisms in the shop, and this is what it looks like. It is a Prism Camo, so it means it turns Midway into a Prism ship, and you can earn the free XP bonus that goes along with all Prism-oriented ships in the game. So it's actually a pretty nice bonus. It's a matchmaking 10.5 carrier, and it's a very nice looking carrier as well. Funnily enough, though, if you look at the armor profile, if you ignore the secondaries, the actual armor profile is still the same as the normal Midway, and you can see that here. So the main changes that have actually happened to the ship are in the terms of her secondaries. So where the actual ship, let's pull that up right now. There we go. All right, so the actual ship itself has a bunch of these 5-inch secondaries that line her entire side here. You can see that. And the same thing happens on this side. In the 1991 version, all of these are removed, and these are turned into missile launchers on the side. And we can see that right here. You can see one right there. So the only difference between these secondaries and the ones on the actual ship is said in the description. There's about a 10 degrees difference in field of fire. So they might not be able to engage targets the same as they did on the original ship, the 1944, 45 version, whatever. Might be even a 43, who knows. But so there's just a little bit of difference in terms of playstyle if you're in close quarters. But besides that, everything else is the same. The skins for the aircraft are different, but they should have the same stats. And the ship itself is the same ship as well. However, I don't know how dropping bombs on this part of the deck actually impacts the ship, since that is not part of the armor profile, as we can see here when it loads. Here we go. If you hit this part of the ship, I don't think it'll do any damage because it'll be counted as a miss, but I don't really have any experience attacking the ship with dive bombers, really, so I don't really know. But do keep that in mind that in some parts you may quote unquote hit the ship, but you're actually not hitting the ship. So just kind of aim for center mass all the time, and you should be good without a problem. So yeah, the ship itself has not changed at all. You can still see the stats here. Cool, cool. I do have a lot of health buffs and speed buffs applied and other additional bonuses. So this is not the base ship, and I'm going to be using mod 3 for the flight group because I like to have an even amount of fighters, torpedo bombers, and dive bombers. You could also take this one, which gives you more dive bombers at the cost of a fighter squadron, or you could take this one, which takes away some of your torpedo bombers, but actually gives you a bigger squadron to use. So we're going to be using that. I have her as a full survivability and AA built aircraft carrier. So without further ado, let's toss her into a game and show you what this new camo looks like. Alright, here's the game. One carrier, a bunch of battleships, and a couple destroyers with no cruisers, surprisingly. So we're going to farm the battleships hardcore and hopefully avoid the destroyers because I hate attacking destroyers with carriers. This is what the ship looks like in the game. I'm just, oh, here we are speeding up. She's actually a really pretty ship. They did a really good job on this camo. The art department in this game is always on top. Even you have the tail fins of the F-14s here with the Jolly Roger flag here on the Tomcat's last cruise. So, yep, this is what the ship looks like in game. And let's start off by launching our torpedo bombers. I prefer torpedo bombers over anything else right now, even though they do take the longest to load and send out. We have 30 spare fighters, 24 spare torpedo bombers, and 30 spare dive bombers. What are the battleships we have? Centurion, a France, a Yama, and a Lion. Okay, not really hard targets. we should be able to make do. Let's get our dive bombers out and our fighters out as well. This is actually a really massive ship. Even fully zoomed out, it still takes up a lot of the screen. And these are what the aircraft camo skins look like in game. Pretty nice as well. Alright, so we have our torpedo bombers together. Let's put our fighters together with them. Put our dive bombers over here. Have them go around each other. And I see a couple battleships, so let's go start attacking them. I think I'm going to go for this France first because that is a pretty dangerous ship. It may not have the best AA, but it still is enough. There's a couple fighters in the air, that's fine. Alright, let's see what that strike does. I was dropped out a little far. It didn't exactly go where I wanted it to. But we still hit with the majority of our attack. Alright, let's bring the dive bombers in to set some fires on her now. And she is a stationary target, so that is very nice. So we did lose one entire fighter squadron. And let's see what the dive bombers can do. 11 bomb hits, 2 fires. She's going to burn down for a little bit. And our fighter group is going to stay over here for the moment. Let's see where we are. We're about to enter the cap here. We're not detected, which is nice. Ooh, we are detected now. We actually might be in trouble because I don't think they can see the Akazuki here. Oh no, she's firing, so they should be able to see her. Alright, we're going to bring out our torpedo bombers back out. France is still burning, which is nice. And I do see the carrier in the back. Also, this sister ship I've renamed America, if it wasn't already obvious. I was originally going to call her United States, but I ran out of character space in the renaming part of the game, and so she's just going to be America for right now. Alright, so our torpedo bombers are out. Let's put our fighter around it. Let's put our first squadron out. Looks like France is going to go down to Akazuki torpedoes, so we are now going to focus on the Yamato here. And then our dive bombers can get ready to go against this America, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so torpedo bombers coming in. Here we go. Oh, she is moving forward, but we should still land quite a few hits. I'm not quite sure why Squad 3 hasn't landed or dropped yet. Alright, there we go. Alright, so maybe not the best drop. Actually, we actually got quite a few of them. Nice. Alright, dive bombers. Go against the America here. You're just going to drop there. Fighters. Engage that target. Torpedo bombers. Reload. 2 fires, 8 bomb hits. Nice. Ooh, secondary hit? Nope, no secondary hit. I thought I saw a secondary hit. And so we're just going to keep heading this way. And actually there's a Centurion coming our way. It's a pretty big ship. I don't know if I want to go tangle with it. We're actually going to slow down here. Torpedo bombers. Ooh, the Yama went down. Cool. We're going to use our torpedo bombers for the Centurion here. And keep our dive bombers for the America. Both our fighter groups are returning with what aircraft they have left. So we have no fighter cover for our torpedo bombers, but that's okay. Alright, we're dropping the Centurion here. Well, that's a nice drop. Every single one, and she was almost immediately destroyed. Dive bombers are coming back out. We're actually really close to the Centurion. But she's shooting something else, so we're okay. Is that Lion still alive as well? Yep, yes she is. Alright, dive bombers are up. I was going to go after America, but I think I need to focus on the Centurion first, considering she's actually quite a threat. When the Lion's coming up here soon. Alright, so let's dive bomb the Centurion here. Boom. 12 bomb hits, 2 fires, 25,000 damage. She should be sunk. But the Lion has her eye on us now. And she's actually shooting us. Alright, so we're going to try and cap this base, but with the Lion facing us, I don't know how successful we'll be about it, but we're going to try. We're kind of in a very aggressive position right now. But who knows, maybe it'll work out. These are just bots, obviously. If this was... Ooh, there's an Akazuki. That's not good. So, you know what? I'm just going to run. I can't really do anything. Okay, get our dive bombers in the air. Carrier actually went down. Alright, so another... Oh, wow, that was too much lead. Alright, so that was a waste. Ooh, but we dodged torpedoes from the Akazuki. We can put fighters in the air for the Akazuki. Our secondaries are opening up on her. And we are now going to run, because we are very overextended. And now on fire. Got some good damage on the line with our dive bombers. Akazuki is being annoying, but not really anything besides that. I don't really need to repair... Oh, yep, I need to repair the fire now. I don't know where my team is and why they're not helping me. But we're gonna try and get away with this. Who knows? Ooh, there's more lion shots coming in. Is that the end for me? Oh, it is. Alright, well, so it was a bit of an aggressive battle and we tried to get away with it. And now my team decides to actually start doing something about it. but I still think we did pretty good. So I actually haven't seen the sinking animation. This is pretty nice. Interesting. All right, well, like I said, we did quite a bit of damage. We could have done better, but I'm not too upset with that. We got a lot of bombing damage. We even had some torpedo damage. And then these last few ships are not going to do much at all. We kind of lucked out with the Citadel hits. Battleship guns are very, very effective against Midway ships. So we're just going to wait for this last line to go down, and then we'll see how we did. My fighter should be spotting the Akazuki, but it doesn't look like it's working. But the line should go down soon enough. And so we'll just come back once this game is done. Alright, there we go. The game ended. Let's see how we ended up doing. 343,000 damage. One ship only was sunk, 29 torpedo hits, 41 bomb hits, 15 aircraft shot down, 8 fires, 4 floodings, 1 assisted cap, 3 defended caps, and even 2 secondary hits, for a base of 11,200 experience and then 18,900 free XP. We were able to do 87,000 damage in fires and floodings. Secondary battery did just over 1,000, torpedoes did 166,000, and bombs did 89,000 damage. This ship is really, really good at just punishing larger ships like battleships and carriers, and then just completely annihilating cruisers. She may be even good against destroyers, but the only carrier I would go against destroyers with is Graf Zeppelin or Lioning. But yeah, this is not a bad ship. She's still just a copy-paste of Midway, which is fine because she's not supposed to be anything different. Anyways, it's a camouflage. But it's a very, very nice looking ship and is a nice new addition to the game. So again, thank you for watching and take care.